everybody, welcome to your next pick a card. This is for inner healing, so these are 4 messages for people that need some inner healing advice right now. There's pile 1, 2, 3 and 4. If you just pick like what one you feel most drawn to, you can like choose a colour, or you can choose like the card behind or the number that resonates best with you. There is another way that I've recently learned that you can click into your intuition, and that's by staring at a flame for a while. It opens the pineal gland, and then choose a number, or you can meditate. Whatever way feels comfortable for you, really. So I'll see you in the timestamp below for what video you've chosen, and or what part of the video you've chosen. And if you feel drawn to more than one, that's fair enough as well. Okay, see you soon. Hello group 1. So this is your inner healing tarot and oracle reading. So this is your tarot cards. We'll go through them first, then we'll go through your self-love, and then colour oracle, and then your crystals guidance. Okay, so we'll just get started. So let's do your tarot. So you have Justice, 8 of Wands, reversed Emperor, reversed 5 of Pentacles, and 10 of Cups. So just make sure that's in the screen for you. Sorry, my voice is going really funny now. Doing too many tarots today. So straight away off the bat, I'm getting this card represents you. It's sort of like an energy of someone who's like quite good with literature, enjoys reading, good with their words, sort of educated sort of feeling. But this card represents like obviously justice. It's sort of like there's a feeling like here of the pen is mightier than the sword. Like there's people don't want to fight in this situation, but there's like a fight anyway. Like there's love behind this situation, but there's a fight anyway, sort of thing. But okay, so I just heard with this card, you don't have to do it alone. I feel like someone's relatives come through here, okay? So it's like a deceased relative. Anyway, we'll see if they come back through. With this second card, it's like a rapid movement type card. It's the 8 of Wands. It indicates progress is being made in this situation, but it can also, yeah, it feels like aligning synchronicities, like a showing in your direction. So there's like things going on that you might have noticed, you might not have noticed, but you're getting signs that someone's helping you out from, like, maybe it's the person that's just come through, or like your spirit guides or angels are watching you, sort of thing. But yeah, they're looking after you, okay? This feels like a personal journey, like personal development, sort of. It feels like you're being judged for some sort of personal development, maybe a career development, what you want to go into. Okay. So with this Emperor in reverse, this feels like old ways of thinking, like traditional family views, sort of thing, stuck in not necessarily good traditional views, sort of thing, if you know what I mean. It feels like this is a male energy, like a father figure, who is like changing their ways of thinking at the moment, but it's a slow process, sort of thing. Like they had their set in stone sort of mind ways. The way they were brought up was the proper way, sort of thing, and it's the way it should be. But it's not actually like that these days. Like there's a lot more acceptance for different family structures and different sort of sexualities and things like that, and it does feel like it's sexuality views in this spread. It feels like this is quite a not narcissistic, but authoritarian sort of viewpoint. A bit typical of that as well, sort of person. I just heard alcohol and unhappy with himself. Maybe they're drinking. Yeah, obviously they're not happy with themselves then. Yeah, I mean, in the father, okay, I just heard husband's a mess as well. Okay, that's a nice channel. Anyway, we'll carry on. So the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is like a father and son sort of conflict about possibly sexuality. It feels sort of career based, okay? So yeah, the Five of Pentacles. So it feels like the son is like forgiving the father. So say this is the son and the father. I feel like the son is forgiving the father, but because the son has a more open way of thinking, whereas the father doesn't. But I get the feeling that you should. That's a great way to be, but don't let your guard down, sort of thing. Like, don't be like completely forgiving of your father, because it's going to benefit you in the long run not to be completely forgiven, okay? But also don't shy away from who you are with this card. Like, you're here to educate this person. You've like come into earth to like change this man's views. At the end of the day, whether they like it or not, they're gonna have to live with it. If they love you, which they do, it does feel like he loves you, but he's just sort of conflicting in his views, like it's shattered his original views, sort of thing. Yeah, so this feels as well like you've had a temporary fight about this, or like a fight of where you want to go in your career direction. It feels like maybe the father doesn't accept that it's not a proper job, sort of like it's not a traditional job that is reliant. But to be honest, like these days, all those old-fashioned like reliable jobs are completely different these days. Like, people make a living off YouTube and like selling things through Amazon. It's not the same as the world used to be. So you go for it, do what you want, because it does feel like you're going to accomplish really good things later on. It feels like it's going to be really good, good for you and good for like just like in general. Like, it's just got good sort of feelings about all parts of your life. Okay, so I just got like a message and it said, don't worry which way the wind blows, we're all the same deep down. So I feel like that is, with the sexuality thing, it feels a bit like sometimes maybe you don't feel like you have a place in this world, but you really do. You're accepted and you are loved. And I think, okay, I just heard Grandma June. Niall come through. Maybe Niall's your name. It feels like Niall might be your name, but Grandma June is looking after someone who's having this reading, okay? She's there for you. I wonder if it was her sass coming through earlier, so I'll just carry on anyway. It's thrown me what I was going to say next. Yeah, so the Ten of Cups. So the father feels like, in this situation, the father figure feels like the sun's going in the wrong type of direction for career path, and it's suggesting like you should move on from this situation. Like, go for it, whatever your dream is, whatever you've suggested that you want to do in your future. It's going to be a good idea. It feels as well like your mum is accepting more of you and your sexuality and what you want to do with yourself, but she feels like her hands are tied. Like, she doesn't want to become like, she doesn't want to separate the family up. She wants you just to live in equilibrium, be happy with each other and get on. She's idolizing this sort of situation, but she knows that it's not quite how she originally, like traditionally for a family would be. But this is where the modern age is here. Like, the modern age says that the new ideal of a family is way more open, way more accepting than all these old traditional sort of views. I just heard, don't worry, he's a stubborn old fart. So I think that's Grandma June again. She's a ledge. Obviously, she's a ledge. I hope whoever listens to this reading lets me know all about Grandma June. But yeah, let me know, because it's nice to know who I've channeled. But yeah, she feels really supportive. Yeah, she feels really supportive, and like she's always sort of watching you, sort of like looking after you. Like, I feel like from the other side, she knows what this journey is that you're gonna have, but she's here looking after you, making sure that this is gonna happen. Like, I'm particularly drawn to these angels and the water, which suggests this is like an emotional, like, it's not just a career path, it's an emotional thing you need to come to deal with and to like work through, because obviously society is changing, but society's still got some of these horrible viewpoints. But do you know what, just shove it up their bum and be like, get on and do you, because this is like, you've got a flipping wicked future coming up. You've got the happy endings card coming up. But yeah, and Grandma June's looking after you. Whoever that person is has got a Grandma June. But yeah, I'll go on to your next cards now. Okay, let's do these cards. So you have ground yourself and read. Yeah, like I said, well, this card, it feels like this card's like about literature sort of people anyway, academic sort of thing. But this feels like I'll go to this card first anyway. This card feels like reading is a comfort to you. It's like why you're so clued in with the world and the views anyway. Like you've made the time to like educate yourself and deep down know who you are and things like that. But also, like, it's a comfort in the sense of like an escapism, but keep going with that, because it's like this is a self-care oracle, so it's like advising you to keep going, keep educating yourself, keep learning, like whatever you want to do in your future, learn about it as well, because it's, I don't know, it just feels like this career path is like really good for you. Like, it's like follow your heart sort of message, and then ground yourself. Like, it did feel like there was a conflict recently, where like you and your dad or father figure is sort of had a falling out. But just go out and ground yourself, put your bare feet on the ground. I get baby wipes out this time of year just to do it, because it does settle me down, and it does work. Just stand there for like 10 minutes. I mean, your feet will be freezing at this time of year, because it's winter, but it does help, and it just sort of settles your heart down. Your heart naturally feels so much more love in it. But yeah, just try that outside. I'd recommend that, because I've done it in rain and shine, and it does help me, and it was well worth it in the end, sort of thing. I'll go on to these cards now. Okay. So you have white lighten up, and this is like a feather actually. So with this card, white feathers are a sign of angels watching you, guarding over you, sort of thing. Maybe that's Grandma June for some of you. Maybe it'll be a symbol that you'll see when she's around, or when your guardian angels are around. Okay. You have cherry, live an extraordinary life. See, this is what I was saying, like, this feels like a really good career path or journey that you're going to go through, and you're going to become something, you're going to make something good of yourself. And do you know what? That is the best form of revenge. Not that you need revenge, but the best form, I always think, the best form of revenge is proving someone that you were bloody right in the first place. You know what I mean? And then sapphire, regenerate your body. Okay, so I'm going to go through these properly anyway. So I'll put them down like this for a second. So you have white, lighten up, but it doesn't necessarily mean like lighten up, like chill out sort of thing. It's not like that. It's like white energy, so it's like purity sort of energy. So it's like in meditation, for example, if you imagine white light going through your chakras and surrounding you, it's sort of like cleansing and purifying. It takes away all your nasty sort of feelings. It's a way of like clearing your aura and your chakras through, sort of thing, to like help heal yourself. So white light is actually good for healing. It's also good for your skin. But yeah, so just, it's like basically saying give yourself a place of ease. By doing this, like settle yourself down, do it with the grounding exercise. Maybe in the summer a bit more, but you know what I mean. Like try it with cherry. So this card's like, because it's a reddy colour anyway, it's all about opening your heart and then listening to your heart and following your dreams, sort of thing. It's like your heart's desires, sort of thing, because it's such a deep red. It's like living your life to your full potential, sort of thing. So go after this dream, sort of like, here, I'll move these. Go after this dream, because this is going to be such a good time for you. Like, you're going to have like an amazing life if you go down this path, it seems. It feels like that anyway. And then this is telling you, these are your spirit guides, your loved ones coming through, telling you like, live an extraordinary life, because you're full of potential here. I don't, like, it feels like maybe your dad or the father figure is putting you down from your potential, like go on this path because I said so, but don't do what your heart really desires, okay? Because it will make you be more accepting of yourself, and other people will be more accepting of yourself, and it'll make you realize that you don't need to hide those parts about you away, not at all, because the right people will love you. It also suggests, like with the cherry colour, there's like incredible opportunities and abundance and good people coming into your life. Like this happy endings card suggests this is a happy bunch of people, like they're all happy. It's a happy situation full of abundance. So go for it. Go for this dream, okay? With the sapphire card, so with the sapphire card, it's like, it's telling you to soothe your emotional part of you, okay? So like there is hurt here, right? That's probably why I'm attracted to these little splashes of water here, okay? It's like calming your inner mind, you're calming down your nerves, emotional release, so maybe some meditation as well, some grounding that helps you release a lot of energy that makes you feel really uncomfortable. But it's like a well-being and balancing emotions and creating order in your life, this card. So maybe just try and do that, but creating order in your life and then live an extraordinary life. Like, you've got good wicked stuff coming after you. Just go for that leap. Just try it. What have you got to lose if this is only good? Okay, I'll go on to the next bit. Okay. So you have pink tourmaline and you have morganite. So I'll read this one first. So purple tourmaline even, grounding, protection, serenity. Purple tourmaline gets straight to the heart of the matter, dispelling any negative around core wounds, especially issues carried over from past lives. Purple tourmaline is a great protector and can create a shield between you and alien invasion. Okay. Well, I suppose if you need a bit of that. Possession and unwanted attachments. I think unwanted attachments is probably a little bit more what we're on about here. It removes illusions so you can see reality for what it is. Like it did say earlier, like to forgive your dad, but not quite, sort of thing. Like don't wholeheartedly forgive. Still remain yourself and true to yourself, okay? It removes illusions so you can see reality for what it is without any judgment. So it's going to give you that peace of mind that you're seeking here. That is where serenity and peace lie. When we are able to detach from external views, ground yourself with love and trust that you are always protected. And that does, like, I mean, if it's your grandma June coming through, then you go, she's protecting you. She's like kicking your dad's ass by sounds of things. Morganite, acceptance, compassion, release. The ultimate love attractor, Morganite opens channels for positivity, affection, and devotion to flow effortlessly through your energetic field. Morganite is able to uncover deep emotional pain. Okay, it does suggest there's some healing then. Bringing awareness to your unexpressed feelings residing inside your body, so that you can release them. Know that these feelings can change and are not part of your identity. Clearing away thoughts of martyrdom or victimhood, Morganite expands your ability to love and receive love, advancing your soul to the core of its inner truth. Yeah, so like we was on about like speak your truth, carry on anyway. And then clearing away all these like horrible like ways that you sort of you get pushed into like with your sexuality sometimes, don't you? Like, and it's not fair and it shouldn't be like that, but this is going to help you. Maybe grab some Morganite. I'm not really sure that looks like that because that looks like really like made on a computer, but yeah, just Google it, you'll find what it looks like. But that sounds like a really nice stone. And then obviously purple tourmaline. But yeah, go and grab some of them from a shop or eBay or something like that, and wear them around your neck. Probably over your heart chakra if you can get a long necklace. That'll probably be the best place to place it on your heart. Okay. Well, I hope that was really helpful for you. If you like to read in and you want to chat about it down below, please do. Please let me know how it resonated with you. Also, let me know who Grandma June is because she sounds like a right character. But thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later in the next reading. Bye. Hello group 2, so I'll go through your inner healing spread. So these are your tarot cards, I'll go through those first, then I'll go through your self-love advice, and then some colour oracles, and then your crystal oracles for some advice for you, okay? So I'll just start with your tarot first. Okay, Devil in reverse, the Star, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse, and then Six of Wands. Yes, you can see that. Okay, so with the Devil in reverse, I feel like this represents a recovery of health. I mean, you can sort of tell that from this anyway, but it feels like particularly food addiction or food related recovery. With the Star, I feel like meditation is significant to you, or it should be. It feels more like it should be. It feels like bright promises are coming, and possibly a balancing of an addiction to the food. If it's food for you, it might be like drink for other people who have picked this. But it does feel like there's quite a lot of food is a significant thing here. Feels like there's been an abuse of this in like a negative time sort of thing. Yeah, it feels like for a long time, or in the past, it feels in the past, food was like a go-to sort of activity to, I don't know, just to like cover up a feeling of something bad that happened in the past. It was like covering up an unaddressed sort of problem, but it got out of hand, and it sort of feels like you probably do it still, but it feels like it's been quite a long time. It feels like this situation feels like it's getting worse, and it feels like it's an emergency now. Okay, so this card feels like the best way forward now is to like make a permanent change. Obviously I said meditation seems significant here, so take that advice. I'm particularly drawn to this bright star with a white light. So white light is all about purifying like your body, cleansing it of like evil, like nastiness, like all the toxins and stuff out of your body, like purifying your health sort of thing. Also with like if this feels like a positive way forward, like a positive change, if you go through meditation, then it feels like you don't like conventional methods of like healing, so like therapy and things like that. So yeah, just if you don't fancy that, then this is like a positive way forward, and believe me, it works. I use it for all different things. Even simple like bad day things, like just having a bad day, let's do a bit of meditation, it brings your mood straight up. Okay, I'll move on to this one anyway. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like you've been continuously not helping yourself. Feels like you're going around in circles, like you're constantly like eating bad, you know you shouldn't, you're eating bad, you know you shouldn't, you're eating bad, you know you shouldn't, sort of thing. But it just feels like you're not learning this lesson, and now it's getting serious, okay? Like, have you ever heard of the story Nero's fiddling while Rome burns? Go and look that up after this, right? But basically, it's the story of when Rome burnt down. It's saying like, it's so like their leader at the time, I can't remember, Nero, I guess his name was, but it's Rome was burning down and Nero was doing nothing. So he was just like playing the violin or something like that whilst Rome burnt to the ground. And he just ignored the emergency that it was. So yeah, go and look up that story because it's going to teach you a lesson, okay? Right, strength in reverse. So it feels like you're starting to gain control. Like it feels like you're not quite there yet, but you will. Like with this information, maybe, or something that's going to come to light or has recently. Feels like you're going to start to gain control over this situation, and it feels like a new start more than anything. Okay. It feels like there's a need to balance your mind and your body for this success that's coming though. So like you're gonna have to express self-control and not buy the food that you shouldn't have. I mean, I have to not buy any of the food that I shouldn't have, otherwise I will eat it. I have no self-control. I completely understand with this. I literally have to not put it on the shopping, not put it in the shopping cart or shopping trolley, not put it on the online shopping. It has to literally not be there, or else I will eat it. So that's how I control myself, for example. But yeah, but it feels like this is a mind over matter sort of thing. Like you can't just continuously ignore it because now this is an emergency, okay? This is, and it's not good. Like this is your spirit guides, your angels are essentially telling you like you're in trouble here. You need to get sorted out. You need to like sort your health out because you're getting poorly. And it does feel like ill health, especially this bit. Like this is obviously a picture of a mind. Like it feels like it came from like your mind and now it's your body that's in trouble. And obviously they look after each other, don't they? It's like hand in hand, like this picture suggests. They work together. They need to be looked after together. Okay. But this card here, this is the success card, the Six of Wands, okay? And it does feel like, yeah, this is not a good situation, but it does feel like this is basically saying, do this, you will have success. Like, this is, like, fruitful. Like, it's a blossoming stage of you. Like, you'll look and feel so much better in yourself, and other people are going to notice it. Look at this picture. You can just tell. Okay, let's go back on to these. So, your self-love oracle says that you need some rest and to nourish your temple. So yeah, like we were saying, it's about the food difficulties that you've had in your past, and maybe they've come from your past and into your current present self. But yeah, just make sure that you're putting good foods into you, like find alternatives. That's what I find helps me is if I like crisps or something, for example, find a way of like having those lovely foods but in a healthier way with like less oils or less fats and certain flavors if you're like me and have food intolerances and things like that. Find ways to substitute these cravings and also look into cravings actually, because for example, if you're craving loads of chocolate, you're low on magnesium, and actually having nuts is a healthier alternative, and it craves that sort of need for chocolate. But also, if you've got like a sweet tooth, try and have a piece of fruit instead, because sometimes that's like your body just goes, oh, I've had like a different form of sugar, I can burn this easier. And it's like you lose weight, which is always a bonus, and then you also like feel a lot better in yourself. Okay. And then with this rest card, I do feel like you've just sort of been abusing yourself in the past with this a lot more, and now your health's getting to that dire need where you need to actually stop and realize like where you've put yourself. And yeah, it's been a hard journey, but it's not been addressed properly for a long time. But now you're getting to the point where you're getting so poorly that you're gonna actually have to have a rest. Like, it feels like this is what you should be doing now, but it also feels like in your future this is sort of like a slight warning for some of you. Okay, right, I'll go on to your next oracle, your colour oracle. Okay, so you have Azure, protect yourself, Pearl, connect to the divine, and Silver, be persistent. Okay, so we'll go on to Azure first. So Azure, as a color, helps like connect you to the divine. So like that can be anything from your God to your inner self, your higher self, like just the peace in your heart, sort of thing, depending on how that resonates with you and what you want to believe. Like, we're all open here on my channel. I believe in a bit of everything. So yeah, just take that how that is with you, but obviously connect to your inner self, at least through meditation, because I've said that it felt like meditation was previously told to you before that it was going to help you, or like it's been advised, it feels advised anyway. And then this card also helps like this color helps with admittance, like admitting you have a problem, admitting it's game over, let's do something about a situation. And it's also a good color for life choices, like important life choices. But there's a meditation with this card that you can do, and that helps you with admittance and like coming to realization that this is a situation that needs addressed. But this color, imagine when you're visualizing in your meditation, this color having like rays of this color coming down onto you and healing you. And just sit with your thoughts in your mind and see what comes up of reasons why, things like that. Like how you can help yourself, like things that will just click into your brain. It'll be like a pop of inspiration, if you like. That's your higher self giving you answers. Okay, try that with this color. I'll go on to the next one. So Pearl, this is a calming color. It's basically what this pearl means is like it's all about calming, purifying. It's helps promote faith like the Azure does. It helps you connect to your divine nature like the Azure does. But it also brings clarity. So white is often like a color of clarity, making things make sense, like finding that click, like I said. But also peace and harmony. So it's like finding this solution and then getting this sort of success later on. You'll find that peace and harmony with it and like start feeling pure and nice. Okay, if you make progress. Okay, and this Silver, be persistent. So this color is all about persistence, obviously, but peace as well, because it's quite similar to the white. Sorry, I just knocked the camera. It's like calming nervous tensions. It's addressing and expanding your awareness, like serenity, and then strengthening, like healing in a healing way. So strengthening healing processes, if you like. And then it's like also interestingly releasing diseases and like the density that your body feels when it's poorly. So yeah, you can do the similar sort of meditation where you envision like silver rays coming onto your body as well, and it will help you release like toxins and stuff from your body in meditation. So maybe try that. But there's also another meditation that you can do where you sort of visualize a bridge that's like you visualize yourself, so how you would see normally, and then looking at a silver bridge, and then over to the other side is like what you're trying to connect with. So it'll be like, in this case, it might be your healthier self, your more like just your ideal self on the other side, okay? But that's probably the best idea to use for that visualization. But also you can wear any of these colors, and their like vibration will sort of rub off on you a little bit as well. That's why people wear crystals, for example. Right, I'll go into these. So these are your crystal oracles. You have citrine spirit quartz and amethyst, which are both two of my favourite stones. They work really well. So citrine spirit quartz, intentional self-awareness discernment is what it's for. So I'll read the paragraph for you. A centered and empowered stone, citrine spirit quartz asks that you take command over your life. By having clear intentions, you can begin to lead from a grounded and assertive place, giving you the results that complement your needs. Citrine spirit quartz enhances your sense of self-awareness, dissolving apprehension and self-doubt, to clear the way for more confidence in your life, no matter what material things you may or may not possess. It is highly focused in an excellent stone for planning and goal. Then amethyst. Okay, so amethyst, protection, trust, intuition. Get ready to purify. Amethyst has powerful and beneficial properties, including the ability to release addictive behaviors while also protecting your energy field. Amethyst is a great crystal to meditate with. I might try that actually. That sounds pretty good, because I've done that with rose quartz as well before, and some other stones. Where was I? Amethyst is a great crystal to meditate with, as it promotes peace and tranquility between your emotional, physical, and spiritual pains, creating harmony inside and out. It is linked to the crown and the third eye chakras, which is like your mind. This is why it's like an eating disorder type thing. Type spread. And it connects your intuition to the divine source. Bask in violet rays of the amethyst crystal stimulate your soul. Like, you could do this type of meditation, like I'd said, with amethyst rays as well. But amethyst is such a just like a general all-round great crystal. Like, you should just wear that anyway. Like, no matter what you do, it's really good. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you. And please give me any feedback down below of how this resonated with you. Any feedback is always welcome, good, bad, neutral sort of thing. Any prompts or ideas that you might have for further readings. I have details in the comments of how you can contact me for a private reading. Please like and subscribe to my videos and help my channel grow. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, guys. See you later. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to this video. So I'm going to start with your tarot, and then I'll go into your oracle separately, okay? So we have... Just make sure you can see them in the shot. Good start. My voice is already going funny. Okay. So you have Page of Wands, Moon, Knight of Cups, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Swords. Obviously this one's in reverse as well. So straight away I'm feeling a masculine energy is from this card. It feels like I'm particularly drawn to this pimp. Okay, so my messages basically are telling me that it's a young lad who's thinking about career and future money troubles sort of thing. Okay, so with this card, feels like there's a sense of rushing for results, and you're trying really hard to obtain money or like grow a business or something like that, or I don't know, it just feels urgent, but it feels a bit unnecessarily urgent sort of thing. Definitely feels masculine energy, so but it feels like you're sort of chasing money a bit, but you don't need to. This card also represents a spiritual type person. You're neglecting your spirituality. It feels like you've sort of put it on the back burner a bit. With this moon card, this feels like there's ways forward that are unknown to you. It feels like whatever you're working towards with this first Page of Wands card, something like there's an answer that you can't find yet because of not researching or not looking into the right places for this sort of revelation. I just heard, make time, your box of tools is unknown. So yeah, basically, whatever you're working towards here, you think like you've got all the tools and it feels like you're working forward towards it and you're trying really hard with it, but there's tools that you don't know that you have, or like there's a separate box of tools that you've got, but you don't even know about that box, or you don't know about certain tools in that box to manifest or gain whatever you're trying to make work out sort of thing. It feels like there's a truth that you're seeking, obviously with this card as well. There is a truth that you're seeking, like this is a journey or something like that, depending on who I'm reading for and who I'm picking up for one of you's particular, there's something that you're not seeing, and it's like a journey that you've neglected, but for others of you, this feels a bit more transitional. So yeah, some of you are doing it right now, like this is your situation right now, and some of you are going towards that way a bit more, okay? Okay, so with the third card, the Knight of Cups, what I'm getting is there's a sense of like a no idea sort of sense. Not that you have, but just hear me out, right? So there's like what you're doing, what you're working towards, there's like you've got a set mindset or set bunch of views sort of thing that you think will help you accomplish this goal, but it's not your only tools available, but you don't realize that you've got other tools, okay? I feel like this is representative of spiritual tools, and it's saying to me like you've got mental tools, like that you've been taught in your human side of life sort of thing, not your spiritual side, but to go towards your spiritual side, because these spiritual tools that you're going to discover with this moon card are going to help you sort of progress into this like a richer sort of version of yourself, and into success. It feels like the universe is waiting for you to sort of open this door, and it's readily available, but you've just sort of secluded yourself away from it. It's something that you'll just stumble on, and then you'll naturally be able to do sort of thing because of your previous spiritual side of you. And for all of the people having this reading, okay. With this card, the King of Pentacles in reverse, right? It's basically giving me the vibe that your view of money is wrong. In the sense that, yes, we have this everyday life where it's like an exchange. But because this is a bit of a spiritual journey, a spiritual revelation, it's more like this lesson that you're gonna sort of encounter to become successful in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. For some of you, it feels like a business, but for some of you it's not, obviously. But it feels like with this card, your idea of money is so black and white. It's like only hard work will achieve money. And I think this is why it's come in reverse. So it's basically saying like your idea of abundance is only like financial gain or material gain, but you have abundance come in different ways. So maybe it's lessons learned, maybe it's like meeting someone that's the love of your life, for example. But it's saying like to manifest whatever it is you're trying to manifest, look at it from an energy perspective with your spirituality. So you can manifest with energy, okay? And to just learn about that, it seems like it's going to sort of bless you. And at the moment, this card on the end, this is like how you're feeling. Like it feels like you're thinking like this situation that you're working towards is a lot worse than it actually is. Like it's a bit like you're putting a lot of pressure on this situation and putting a lot of pressure to succeed on yourself, but it's going to work out because obviously this card's come up anyway. But you just need to stop and have a look at this situation from a different spiritual perspective and just like maybe even step back and look at it from someone else's view. But also like with this card doesn't feel negative. It feels like a double meaning. So with this, I'm particularly drawn to him. And this is suggesting like you've got other forms of help out there. So like you can go and ask someone for help. You'll be surprised who actually has the knowledge or like the experience that you're looking for and that you need. Yeah, so basically this situation isn't as bad as you think. It's just you need to change your perspective. It's probably why these perspective cards are upside down anyway. Because it's like the hangman sort of card anyway. But yeah, just go back to your spiritual roots and you'll have like this door open and or like revelation come to you and you'll be like, oh my god, I'm going to try this sort of thing. And then you'll get this in upright, like everything will become successful, okay? I'll go on to your oracle now. Okay, I'm going to go on to the self-care oracle first and then I'll go on to this colour oracle, okay? So yeah, let's flip these over. So you have dance, you have beauty ritual, and you have pleasure. Okay, so with dance, it does feel like there was, like you need to lighten up with this. It does make sense, like maybe just go and have some fun and literally dance if you can, maybe like let your hair down. Go with the flow, like when you listen to music, you naturally want to move in a certain way. Listen to your body in that way of moving because that's your spiritual side coming out. But yeah, it feels like it feels more like go with the flow, like just let your hair down and have a like relax about this. Don't be so uptight, okay? Next one. So for some of you, obviously beauty ritual, if it's, I said it was masculine before, maybe you just need to step back and actually sort of take time to not necessarily pamper yourself, but like do things like do things like have a good soak in the bath, like maybe use some essential oils for grounding, like in your bath. So I think it's frankincense is pretty good for grounding. I personally use rose oils because they're like for heart chakras, and I can see that probably coming up. But maybe just like pamper yourself, like there's something around the corner, maybe. Like you never know who you're going to meet on the street. So just like make sure you look your best as well. I don't know why I don't know why I wanted to say that. And then pleasure, right? I feel like for a lot of you, because there's like orangey energy, there's like a sense that you need to be creative, and this is your sacral chakra, and like come into your power, because at the minute you're chasing power. So like the yellow, I'm very drawn to, and it feels like you need to just sort of learn who you are, but in this sort of spiritual side, and then you'll work this out. But obviously with this card, it seems like maybe go with the flow, dance, have some pleasure. It doesn't necessarily mean a sexual pleasure, it's just pleasure in general. Self-love, sort of do something that makes you feel more yourself. Okay, let's do this one. So these are the color oracle. So you have ruby, aqua, and amber. So ruby says rejuvenate your body, aqua is experience peace and calm, and amber is awaken your creativity. So I'll go through these separately. So with ruby is like the color of rest, recharging, and like refilling your energy. So it's also your root chakra. So if you've got any like blockages here that this has come up, obviously it's touching your root chakra. So maybe just address those problems, because they're probably coming up in this spread for a reason. Okay. Obviously I don't know, I'm not picking up on anything particular apart from obviously your knowledge and your relation to money is so set in stone, that you need to change like this perspective. Okay. But other than that, I'm not really picking up on anything else message wise for your root chakra. But yeah, like I said, this is about rest, recharging, and refilling your energy. So make sure, even though when you're working hard on this challenge or like this business or whatever it is that you're working on, to like have time to yourself, have time to be like look after yourself, literally, like go with the flow, have fun, like dance, sort of like just mess about and be silly, like it's just good for you. Okay. But this card also represents prosperity, courage, achievement, and motivation, so it's all like related to this. Okay. So you've got like this, like you're being hard on yourself, but all of this can come to you. You just need to sort of unlock it. Okay. So just rejuvenate your body a little bit, look after yourself, and then like these sort of steps will unlock. Okay. I'll go on to the next card. Aqua. So aqua says experience peace and calm. And like with this picture, I always get drawn to this picture because it's meditative, and it just is another way for this deck to say, come and have a rest or meditate. It's good for you, sort of thing. But this color aqua is all about soothing your mind and calming your energy and calming your nerves, sort of thing. So just like obviously with meditation, like that will do all of that all at once. Like it's a good idea to do, and I do feel like it was a practice that you was probably doing before, and now you're just sort of not doing it as often or something. It does feel like you've just thrown all this sort of side of you away or aside for now because you're trying so too hard. Okay. But yeah, aqua is also about patience, faith, which is like your spirituality, and like acceptance. So just like accept like this situation as it is. Like it feels like it's a new sort of the beginning of something. Okay. But I know you want to succeed, but remember it's the beginning. Remind yourself it's the beginning, and like these things will take time. Okay. I'm just gonna move that card. Yeah, these things take time, and you're putting too much pressure on yourself. And then we've got amber. And amber is like creative energy. It's like drawing and painting and like just doing something like to soothe yourself, maybe like a type of meditation that's like active. So you can do like walking meditation, for example, that's active but still soothing. But also be creative, like in the sense of maybe think outside the box for this situation, like it's told you to do before. There's a lot of like orange energy here actually. Maybe look into your sacral chakra areas and see if there's any blockages or like things from the past that need to come up. But yeah, with amber as well, there's like a feeling of warmth and optimism, sort of thing. But there's also with this color, it's a color of courage and spontaneity. But it's basically like it's like a color of surprises. So with this color as well, like with this all wrapped up, like it just sort of speaks to me like you should be like accepting of yourself. Like yeah, you've got courage to try and jump into what this is, whatever you're working on anyway, and that's really good. and expect all these good things to happen, but just you need to go about it in a different approach, okay? Be a bit more optimistic. Stop just like running yourself into the ground, I feel. Okay, right, I'll go on to these anyway. So these have got really tiny print. So you've got these two cards. You've got Jade and Rhodonite. I'll read Jade first, okay? So this says, wisdom, abundance, good luck. Jade is highly prized and sacred, a wonderful stone for protection and healing, known as a dream stone. I just felt like I feel like dreams are important actually to you. Okay, anyway. Maybe you'll have a dream about this, or like it'll answer a question or something. Keep an eye on your dreams just in case, because it feels like the word dream's important. Jade will stimulate messages and channel them into dreams when placed on your third eye chakra. Oh, that's interesting. The ultimate good luck charm. Jade promotes prosperity in every aspect of your life by opening the heart chakra and boosting your ability to receive. Oh, there you go. There's your receiving energy. That's good. That's an answer for you. Wealth is nothing without your health, and Jade is reminded of this true abundance. Like what I said, amplifying the good fortune of your vitality. Remember, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. There you go. See? What did I tell you? Alright, next one. Rhodonite. Compassion, yin yang, and fertility. Oh, that might be why the yellow energy is coming up, because that's that area. Okay. And then green, obviously, and pink, though, to do your heart chakra. Anyway, Rhodonite is a stone of brotherly love, the shared connection between all of humanity. Equilibrium is key for this crystal, which has the capacity to calibrate emotions, balance yin yang, and source energy from a grounded place. Like I said before, ground yourself. It can bring light to the emotional scars from the past, transforming them to foster the stable everyday life. Rhodonite helps remove blame from the situation, whether it is pointed at you or someone else. Accept the situation for what it is and learn to forgive yourself with love and compassion in the process. Okay, there you go. I do feel like that sort of reflects this as well. I don't know, it just feels like this is important to this card. Hold on, let me just have a look at that. Yeah, it feels like an equilibrium is important here. Like with the whole spread anyway, like you've got to chill out and make sure you're doing things that are fun as well as this hard work, because you're beating yourself up too much. Do you feel like with these as well, like it says remove blame from the situation? I feel like you are blaming yourself for something, but it doesn't tell me what. Like, I don't know what that is. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope it resonates with you. Just let me know below how this resonates with you anyway. And thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, group 4. So I'll just go through. So this is the tarot. I'm going to read that first. Then I'll go through self-care and your colour oracle, and then I'll read your stones guidance. Okay, like crystals. Okay, so I'll just start with tarot anyway. So okay, make sure that's in the shot for you. There you go. So straight away with this card and the 9 of Wands, it feels like there's a person putting on a front, like this is a show in this card, for example, but it feels like you're sort of like you're one person, but you're not fully letting yourself be who you truly are, sort of thing. It feels like for a long time you haven't been trying to express your true self. It feels like as well, I feel very drawn to this lion. It's like your soul's calling to you, sort of thing, and you started listening. Feels like you've been doing some work on yourself. So with a 9 of Wands in reverse, feels like you feel like actually for two different messages for two different sort of people, maybe the same people. Anyway, the two different messages is it feels like you've either been feeling unsuccessful or you've started to change that sort of view of yourself, or you're working on becoming successful instead of feeling unsuccessful, sort of thing. Because it feels like in the past you've had a bit of unsuccess, or like you're working on that feeling at the minute. So like for some of you it feels like you don't feel successful at all at the minute, but for others of you it feels like you started to work on not feeling successful as a person, sort of thing. It doesn't feel career based really, it just feels like personal. I just heard with this card altar work and mindful practice, and maybe that's your progress that you're making with this card to become successful. Right, anyway, I'll go on to this card. So the 10 of Swords feels like there's a barrier, or you've had a barrier because of a lack of confidence in the past and a lack of confidence now. But it feels like one that you sort of created yourself, like in the words that you told yourself every day. You've created a barrier, like sort of towards the world and in your views, sort of thing. It feels a bit like for some of you it could be self-image, like you believe that you look one way when actually you look like a beautiful other way, sort of thing. It feels like false sort of belief, right? It feels like these barriers were a choice before and you chose to put them up from something in your past, okay? You put barriers up. It feels like I don't know really. Something happened. You put barriers up, and then as a consequence, you haven't done healing for so long that it's needed now. It feels like with this card, like this barriers that you've put up, like there's a lot of barrier sort of shaped things actually in this spread. It feels like there's been like a previous relationship, like maybe your last relationship or the relationship you're currently in, where these barriers stop you from overcoming this. It's like a self-love sort of thing. So I'm particularly drawn to the green and the pink. It feels like now you've seen this, you've been told this, like you realise that you're not loving yourself properly, you're not taking care of yourself properly, and now you're sort of like getting rid of these barriers, changing this view, okay? But it definitely feels like it was something that was taught in you in the past, and it feels like sacral chakra related, or maybe even root chakra because it's orangey red. With this card, it does feel like for a while you haven't faced these inner demons. It feels like, but for now, because it's come in reverse, it feels like now you're just sort of like, right now, I'm going to change this view of myself. Like I'm willing to make the work. Like you're willing to put in the work to make yourself a better version of yourself. Like you're willing to turn this upside down and be like this person that you know that you can be. That's probably why I'm actually drawn to this lion as well. So the lion is like success, isn't it? It's a symbolism of success, like a strength sort of thing. I feel like as well this card feels like you've used meditation to obtain this view, and keep going, because I use meditation for self-love a lot, and it does work. It does help release things from the past and heal them, bring them to the surface quicker than would just getting on with your everyday life. So yeah, definitely carry on doing that meditation, altar work, like you're putting it in the forefront of your mind. You're changing your daily routine, it seems, and creating the better version of yourself, and it's working. Okay, so it does feel more like things have come to light and now you're moving forward. Okay, right, I'll go on to these. Okay, so we have sync with the moon, intuition, look for fairies. It does feel like you've been using your intuition already. I feel like this is like a witchy group as well. Like, I'll just put it out there. Feels like some of you are a bit of have a witchiness to you. I don't know why, it just feels like that. Like, maybe you've got a little black cat, who knows. Not stereotyping at all. So yeah, you've got sync with the moon, and this card basically says like, look at how your body moves. Like, it feels like there's feminine energy a lot in here, okay, but it does affect masculine energies to us as well. But it feels like with this card, you might go through like darker feelings depending on the moon phase. We all do it. Like, mine is normally like just after the full moon, I'll go into a bit of a meh sort of mood. But yeah, just maybe do a moon diary and see how you feel each day and work it out with like syncing from the moon, because it does pay a lot of like, it does have quite a big influence on us sometimes. Right. Intuition, obviously, I said, like, it feels like you've already had, it feels like you're witchy people. Witchy people genuinely do have pay attention to their intuition, but obviously this is doing you some good because this is the self-care oracle. But yeah, just keep going, keep looking for that. I feel like talking to your spirit guides would be a good idea as well. It feels like you already know them as well. And then you've got look for fairies. So with this card, this genuinely means like, look for like fairies if you believe fairies. If not, then other spirit guides, ethereal beings, some people even aliens. But you just go with what resonates with you, what feels safe to you, what feels comfortable with you. Just, it's basically looking for your guides, maybe your angels, whatever you feel safe and comfortable with, go for it. So yeah, look for fairies. So basically, we'll just say fairies for now. So look for your spirit guides, angels, whatever, fairies. But also look in a childlike wonder. So maybe look at your situation from the inside, like inside your head, like you're analyzing your situation. Particularly look at this orangey chakra, your sacral chakra, I feel. But then look to your guides for help with this situation, help with self-love, like, because they do tell you and they do send you love all the time. But then also with this card, it suggests like looking in nature in a childlike wonder as well, because going outside helps with your intuition. It helps like sort of wake it up a bit. It sort of gives you a reset from like everyday mundane life, like scrolling through your phone forever and ever. It sort of resets that and you feel a lot more refreshed. And I do think like that's going to help you with your intuition, but also help you with like learning who you really are, and also help like with your witchy things, I feel. Okay, right, so you have lavender, connect to body, mind and soul, like those said. Mauve, enjoy clear hearing. Oh, maybe you're a bit clairaudient, sorry. And then you have emerald. Oh, that'll be why I'm drawn to the green and the pink. Yeah, so basically, this is your heart chakra. So emerald says calm your mind, your body and soul. Yeah, so basically this whole spread is literally telling you, connect to the divine, connect to your inner self. It feels like this is a beginning as well, like for some of you anyway. So some, like in the sense that maybe connecting to your spirit guides on a more personal, like, so you can talk to them way, might be a beginning in that. Some of you are definitely going to be clairaudient. So if you just ask a question out loud to your spirit guides after like having a few moments of meditation, and then definitely try and keep your mind from being chatting too much, but ask a question in your mind or ask it out loud and listen. When you hear a response that's not from you and not your train of thought, that's your answer, okay? But yeah, they'll help you with this self-love. Definitely, because this is purple, it's crown chakra related as well, so obviously pay attention to your intuition, because it seems important to you, but then also this situation, the healing is here, the healing is needed in your heart chakra a lot. You need a bit of self-confidence, I feel, just self-love in general, like, and then it will help you bloom, I feel. Okay, so let's flip your stones guidance. So I'll read this one first because that was the top of your pile. It's the one that you would have chosen. So this is carnelian. Sorry, I can't get that in the shop. It's a bit weird angle. Courage, motivation, endurance. Powerful and bold, carnelian increases confidence in yourself, especially when you need to take center stage. Oh, that's weird. Stage. Cool. And use your voice effectively. A stabilizing stone, carnelian helps balance volatile emotions for long-term vitality. Believed to protect the soul in its afterlife, carnelian is a stone of the living, meant to motivate you to take chances with the life that you have. Oh, so there you go. There's your confidence. Where did I get to? Life is meant to be lived with passion and desire, and carnelian gives you the courage to do so. Carpe diem, seize the day. Cool. Alright, next. And then you had this one. This is wobbling loads, sorry. And this rose aura quartz. So it's basically rose quartz, but tinted. It's like a film sort of stuff that they put on a normal quartz, and it makes it have a different vibration. So yeah, rose aura quartz. Heart's desire, love divine. The energy of love vibrates on a soul level, penetrating the body through its many layers of tissue, all the way down to the cells. Rose aura quartz is a crystal of love, with the ability to shift one's senses, of sense of self-love, provide nourishment for growth, and transform fear and doubts into unconditional love, creating the strong bond to the universe. It creates a synergy between the pineal gland, located in the brain and associated with your third eye, and the heart chakra, infusing your intuition with space to give and receive more love. Well, there you go. That just makes so much sense. So you obviously, it's saying like use your intuition for your inner healing, like I said before, which is pretty cool. But also you can use rose quartz. This is a chunk of rose quartz. It probably doesn't look very pink on that picture, but it's quite a pale pink. But yeah, you can use rose quartz for that. I often use rose quartz for meditation, because it does really well, especially if you like work it up from the bottom chakra and then all the way to the top sort of chakra, holding it for a little while whilst something comes to the surface in a meditation. Normally takes about an hour, hour and a half, but it does bring quite a lot to the surface, which I'd really recommend. It's done a world of good for me, to be honest. But yeah, okay, I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you for watching this today. Please like and subscribe to my videos, because it's a baby channel, and any support that comes my way is very appreciated. But thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you soon. Bye.